2014, he of course with the Detroit Tigers now, and here's something you don't see every day. Ron's son Toby has been serving and learning under Paul Molitor of the Twins. He goes up to meet his dad at home plate to exchange lineup cards Monday night. What a moment for the two. It truly doesn't get much cooler than that. Welcome back to Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. Growing up with a game of baseball, well, Toby Gardenhire didn't exactly have a choice. His father, Ron, joined the Twins when he was only 6 years old, and since then, it's been all he's ever known. This last week, Fox Sports Detroit got to sit down with the father-son duo.
He called me. I was on the golf course. We had an off day, and he tells me that he's going to get a chance to go to the big leagues and hang out with a big league club. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool, you know, good for you. It's a good experience, sit on the bench in the big leagues, see how fast the game is. And then he tells me it's going to be in Detroit. And I went, oh, no, here we go. Here goes the BS is going to be flying now. So, but it's been great. Yesterday, home plate was really cool. Umpires, a great crew that I know very well. They've thrown me out about 15 times. So I know all those guys really well. And then having Toby come up with a lineup card, it was special. That was a really cool moment.
Well, I didn't know anything about it until Shelty, right before the game, the bench coach over there for the Twins, he came up to me and he said, "You got your jersey on?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I want you to take the lineup card out." And I was like, "You don't have to do that. I don't need to be going out on the field." I was just trying to lay as low as I possibly could. But he said, "No." He said, "We want you to do it. We think it's going to be pretty cool." So I took it up there. My heart was beating. I was pretty nervous about the whole. Being on a big league field is nervous enough, but going up there and taking the lineup card to a bunch of pro umpires and this guy who gets thrown out by them all the time. So I was like, it was pretty neat. It was a special thing.
What was your reaction with your family after last night?
Well, you know, it was neat. Of course, I got dressed as quick as I could after I did the press and all this stuff, so it was fun walking out there in the hallway and looking over, and there's little Ronnie, of course, came running, yelling, you know, "Papa, that's as good as it gets for me." And I saw Sarah sitting there, your girlfriend, and Carol and the whole family. So you don't get that too often in the big leagues. Most of the time I got my wife standing there, so that was kind of neat.
They were all rooting for the Tigers too. I went in there after the game, I walked down there, and they all gave me dirty looks. So I knew that they were rooting for the Tigers. Sarah was the only one cheering after the game I saw. I looked up there.
They know who pays the bills. That's all I'm going to tell you. You know who pays the bill. You should have been rooting for us.
I asked Ronnie before the game, and he said, "Tigers, Tigers, Tigers." There was not a whole lot of Twins rooting going on, so that's okay, though.
I saw you cheering over there. That wasn't right.
Got to give the guy high fives when they get hits, you know.
Remember growing up? Remember being in the Metrodome when you were a little kid?
Yeah.
You remember, like, me throwing BP to all the kids and you being part of it?
I do.
You remember me chasing you one time and you were running and I threw and hit you in the back on purpose?
You hit me. You did. You did that on purpose because you wanted to see my reaction. You thought I was getting a little too arrogant out there.
You were getting too arrogant, and you were going over your skis trying to be the bad boy, so I really did hit you. That was kind of fun for me at the time, just because I needed you to calm down.
Yeah.
You were being a showboater. You were only 6.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. And what would happen is all the players would be out there stretching, and I would be hitting on the field before everybody was out there stretching, and then so I would be trying, I'm trying to hit and impress all the players because I wanted them to think I was good and think I was cool, and then he would make sure to do something to knock me down a little bit, so he had to like throw at me or
grounded, we call it. Grounded.
You'd be grounded.
I don't want a hot dog or a prima donna. I just wanted you to be a regular Joe.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool childhood, I would say.
Didn't get to watch you play. That was probably the biggest thing for me. High school and everything, I missed too much of your baseball games, and that was kind of a bummer because Carol got to see everything, so that was always neat.
Yeah, you didn't want to see the games anyway. I didn't ever get any hits. So
chip off the old block.
There you go.